Let's do this. It is that time of the week where we do the Outcast Podcast. This is where a brown guy, a black guy, and a white guy walk in to do a show. And this is what you get, ladies and gentlemen. I'll introduce you to the Outcasts. What's going on, Ramo G?
What's good, famo?
I'm doing really good, man.
Yeah.
Always great to see you.
No doubt, man. Always a pleasure to hang with my fam. That's you guys.
I'm just now getting over my black eye that Ramo gave me. You can't see it because it's finally cleared up.
You gotta get off me, dog. You were behind me. It's not like I did it on purpose.
You headbutted me with the back of your head.
Dude, I was
about knocked my ass out.
I was going to the basket. You were on my back. That would have been a foul on you, and you know it.
That's considered a headbutt, though. It really is.
Not if I'm going for the. Not if I'm jumping up to shoot the ball. And he's on my back. That's a foul.
All I know is it hurt.
If I was Shaq, that would be and one, because he would dunk it.
If you were Shaq, it would have been your balls hitting my face.
You would have loved it.
Maybe.
You'd have been like, ooh, and one.
Maybe we can redo that one later.
We got Memphis. Speaking of balls, we got Memphis on air. He's everywhere.
What's up, man? What's the business?
I see you're wearing that Tennessee gear. What's the record so far for the balls?
We are 2-0, and
nice.
we got the Gators on Saturday.
Oh, that's 3-0, huh?
Yeah,
the way the Gators are playing, probably.
That's what I'm saying. They lost.
We didn't play that good last Saturday either, so I'm a little concerned. But I think they'll get it together.
It'll be fun.
We should beat them by at least 20.
It's early. You don't see people's best football till mid-season.
I mean, look at those mouth breathers. Hello, Texas, right on.
Beat Alabama. Wow.
Wait to join the fight, bitches. About time.
And of course, our white guy on the show, he is Tomcat. Although he looks pretty tan today. Very
I've been fishing a lot lately.
Nice.
Oh, it's been nice. I haven't caught too much. But
you're speaking with a little accent there?
No,
it kind of sounded a little. His R is kind of Irish.
Right.
Yeah, it was. I heard it.
Oh
yeah, totally.
Ricardo.
What you fishing out there for?
Whatever's biting. Caught some gag grouper off this bridge.
Some red snapper.
Huge. Saw some snapper.
Nice.
And this Jamaican dude came up to me. He was riding by on a bike. And
we know he was looking for red snapper.
He saw me catch the snapper and he stopped.
Of course he did.
Oh, he came running up to me. He goes, "Is it too small?" I'm like, "No, it's about right." He's like, "I want that." I was like, "All right." So
the fish or your dick? What is he talking about?
Jeez. Did you measure it?
That was actually hilarious. Boom. He rode off with that fish, though, not my dick. But he did ride off with the fish.
Well, why did he ride off with the fish?
He wanted it.
Did he smoke you out?
This is how they do it. They'll split that. It's a snapper, delicious. You just don't even fillet it. You just split it right down the middle, open it up, put a bunch of peppers and fucking onions and shit, and then grill the shit out of it with the skin side down. Mm-hmm. And then the bottom part is the meat. It's not touching the grill, and then it doesn't take long to cook, and then you just pick it out. They sit there and chip, 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 chip.
Nice.
It's delicious.
But why you didn't take it home?
I don't eat the fish. I just like catching them.
What the hell, man? That's the whole purpose. You
caught some snook too.
Catch
People
some
love
fish
snook.
and you eat that shit. You know they say.
We just had a hurricane here, and it did dredge up a bunch of shit. They're also dredging out there.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know.
True.
The fish stank? Maybe they're not.
Yeah.
But,
okay, good call.
I just go to the grocery store.
A lot of growth in the water as well.
It's warm.
Give a man, what's the old saying? Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day.
But if I'd have taught him how to fish, he could have ate forever.
He'll eat forever,
Until
a
he
whole
dies
lifetime.
anyway.
Hey, you should have taught him how to fish, Tomcat. Tell him, I ain't going to give you a fish. I'm going to teach you how to fish.
He really wanted it.
You should have
Not
told
my
him
dick, the fish.
Should have told him to fire it up.
I had the weed. I didn't want him to try to smoke my weed.
He
if I
took it
hit
from
that, he would do the same shit. Oh, shit.
That's fucked up, though.
He deboed you for your fish, man. I'm disappointed.
Your snapper.
I felt like I was, feeding somebody who wanted it. Who wanted it.
You know what?
Him.
The first when I moved to this state, the first time I ever gone fishing was out here in the Gulf, and I caught my first fish. It was a red snapper, right? One of the red snappers. But they made me throw it back because it wasn't big enough, apparently.
That's what you're. Yeah.
I'm like, it was like
that's what she said.
It was like, shut up. It was like this big.
Yeah.
You know, that's
but
what she said.
But they got to meet what's called the slot. Every fish has a slot. It has to be a certain size big enough, but also it can't be too big because if it's over slot, you get in trouble too.
Yeah.
I had a guy a red fish one time and actually got a ticket for having a red fish that was over slot. He was too big, but I had already filleted him. So his neck was stretched out, and that's why he was like an inch over slot.
Yeah. Was it the fish good?
He was huge.
You fish
Huge
murderer.
redfish.
Was it good though? I mean,
Yeah, it was good.
nice.
What kind
what
of
was the
bait?
fine?
What kind of bait you using out there,
Yeah.
Tomcat?
I'll use shrimp. I'll use pinfish, and if you want to use the stinky bait, you can use either thread herring or mullet, like a whole mullet. Because right now, there's the guy said there's not a lot of mullet because the hurricane wiped it all out.
I bet.
So the fish are looking for mullet. So if you
Do
go,
you get your bait from Master Bait and Tackle?
I don't go down that way. That's in Bonita. Shout out to Master Bait and Tackle. I
My
like
favorite,
those guys.
yeah.
my favorite tackle shop, Master Bait and Tackle.
Right now, I'm going to a bait shop, another good one called Crazy Lure Bait Shop in Cape Coral.
Cool.
And they're great
Nice
too.
plug.
Crazy Lure,
Nice
shout
plug.
out.
Yeah, nice work, man.
All right, we got a lot of topics to get to on this week's episode. It is episode 82, and we are brought to you by BetterHelp. If you're looking for some therapy and you want it to be convenient, you can do it at the comfort of your own home in front of your computer. Just go to our link, that is betterhelp.com/outcast, and you can save 10%. Some people that may need therapy after this week are Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, possibly, because they have gotten themselves into the headlines. Of course, you remember the show, That 70s Show?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
They also-
Yes, the cooch.
Yes, I
The
love
Cooch.
I love Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher,
Why
but
they call it a cooch?
Well, his name is not Kutcher, it's Kutcher.
Kutcher.
It says
How do you
Kutcher.
say it? Kutcher?
Kutcher.
I think it's Kutcher, but
Yeah.
it's
Ashton Kutcher. I don't know how you say it.
Kutcher.
Ashton
I mean,
Kutcher.
he is quite a Kutcher, I guess.
It seems like he's
cooching all
seems
over
like
the
he's
place.
always getting his hands on some cooch.
Look, it's the cooch.
Well, the reason why his name is in the headlines this week is because Danny Masterson, who was his co-star on That 70s Show. Oh, yeah? Yeah. He was sentenced this week to 30 years to life
Damn.
in prison.
Damn, son.
He has raped, he was convicted of rape of 2 women.
Two, yeah.
Oh,
Sad.
And so he's going to be going to jail for 30 years.
Good.
damn.
And
That's
then come
fucked
to
up,
find
guys.
out, Mila Kunis, Ashton Kutcher, they gave like character letters to the judge in defense of their co-star Danny
So
Masterson.
they're trying to keep him from
Oh.
not getting like a whole lot of time to like.
Well, no, this is an old video. Isn't this an old video from before he got?
I don't know. Do we have the video? I'd like to watch it. This is Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher. I believe it's them
We are
apologizing.
aware of the pain that has been caused by the character letters that we wrote on behalf of Danny Masterson.
We support victims. We have done this historically through our work and will continue to do so in the future.
Her acting was better on 70 Show.
So they're
That's what
apologizing
they
for their
asked
previous
us
video is what they're doing.
to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years so that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing.
The letters were not written to question the legitimacy of the judicial system.
They talking like
or
they
the
reading
validity
the
of
script.
Oh,
for
yeah,
real.
this
They're
is definitely off
definitely
of a
reading
cue card.
it. But
Judge to read.
their lawyer had to write that.
And not to undermine the testimony of the victims or re-traumatize them in any way. We would never want to do that.
But they had to come out and say something because people
They
are
had
talking
to,
about
yeah.
this. You see, he's talking about it.
They look
It's-
too
people
like,
are talking about it.
It's not genuine, man. They too stiff in the face. You know, when you just like, cause you're too structured and you want to say what you want to say, but if you really want to say, your jaws be more relaxed. You know what I mean? Your conversation would be comfortable.
You
You gotta be
behavioral
slack
special
jaw when you
Yeah.
get that apology.
You would have a comfortable
I'm
conversation.
All right,
sorry.
Memphis.
Yes.
Let's hear if this was you and you were to be apologizing.
Right.
You know how let's see how good you do. Okay.
I mean,
Be good.
but
Go
first-
ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
hold
Let's
on.
see.
First-
Zoom in.
First, did I do it? Like,
See.
am I admitting I
Well,
was
no,
wrong?
no.
See.
You put in a letter
Yeah,
to
what's
a
the
judge.
context?
You put in a letter to a judge, a character letter.
Right.
But now everybody's giving you heat because
Okay.
this person got convicted,
Gotcha.
and they really are kind of a scum sucker. And now you have to apologize because you've gone out on a limb to defend someone
Gotcha.
who's guilty.
Gotcha.
So now you got to say you're sorry. So how are you going to tell everybody you're
Okay.
sorry? Go ahead.
Gotcha. Oh, it's easy. Look, folks, it's your best friend in the whole wide world, Memphis. Look, I'm supporting my homie, ride or die. I'm just one of them cats. I'm just gonna do it because you would do it too. Sorry for the victims because I'm not excusing what my homeboy did. He got to pay. He got to sit down for a while. He did wrong. He gonna pay for that. You know. But at the end of the day, that's still my friend. I'm riding for him. If you ride with me, still ride with me. If you don't, I'm not gonna miss you either. Y'all be easy.
Stop telling everybody that.
I love the laugh track.
That's good. That's good.
That wasn't bad.
Was that you on the laugh track?
That was me on the laugh
I
track.
hit an air horn at the exact same time. It was very
Yeah,
weird, and I didn't
yeah.
hear the air horn.
No,
You had
He turned off.
Hey, listen, you asked me honestly how I would reply. There you go.
I also want to say something really quick. He was on Conan O'Brien back in 2004, Danny Masterson, and he made like a dirty joke. And
About what?
Conan, I don't know exactly what the joke was, but he made this off-color dirty joke. And Conan O'Brien replied, "I've heard about you, and you'll be caught." And then he
Wow.
said, "I know you will." So it's kind of weird, like all this time later. Like, but
You have no accent, though. You have no Long Island accent that I can discern.
Not really. I've been in LA for like 10 years.
oh shit!
And it just goes away naturally, right?
It goes away naturally, and then there's also certain words that there's nothing you can do about. Like my friend Bodie Elfman, he always teases me and he says, "Hi, my name is Danny Masterson. Would you like to touch my balls?" You know, doing an imitation of me, because certain
So
words
why are
you
you
just can't
asking
get away
people to
with.
do that? That's the more important question.
I mean, you got them.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Accent aside,
Everybody should grab.
that's the more important thing.
Exactly.
I've heard about you. And you'll be caught soon. I know you will.
I will.
Oh, that hurts.
Well, he knew it.
I'm gonna dig my way out of here. Somebody give me a spoon. I'm gonna dig my way out of here.
So this controversy now has got Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher in a little hot water, and now old audio is resurfacing. So I saw some of this video from Rosie O'Donnell's show.
How do you say her last name?
Rosie O'Donnell,
No, the other one.
Mila Kunis?
Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis.
How do you say it?
Kunis.
Is that how you say it?
Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell. Ashton Kutcher.
Kutcher.
Kutcher. That's how I say it. I don't know.
well,
That's how
Kucher.
most people do. Kucher.
I don't know how you're
I
supposed
say
to say it.
Kutcher.
All right.
But
Yeah.
you know, Ashton admitted on the Rosie O'Donnell show that when he was 19, he's 5 years older than Mila Kunis. And so Ashton is on Rosie O'Donnell and like is talking about the fact that there was a scene where he makes out with Mila Kunis and she's only 14. He's 19. And Hollywood is like, roll tape. Let's get these two to make out on camera. And I guess, and Ashton is admitting this, he said that him and his co-star, what's his name, Danny Masterson?
Masturbator.
Him and Masturbator had a bet to see how much tongue he would be able to get down Mila's throat at 14 years old. So now this video didn't age well. So I was watching the old Rosie O'Donnell clip. I mean, do you think that's an issue, 19 to 14? I think maybe we have the clip. Can you roll the
She
clip?
was 14 when we started the show. I was like 19, right?
Right.
And they're like, okay, you guys are going to be making out in this scene. And I'm like thinking like, wait, this is like slightly illegal,
That's
right?
probably your first kiss ever, right?
It was my first kiss. Why don't you tell them a bet you made with Danny about our first kiss?
No, it wasn't the first kiss. This was like
go
a
ahead,
second or
Ashton.
third kiss.
It was the first. It was like the first week.
No, it was not the first week.
Whatever. Let me tell you what happened.
No, let me tell you what happened.
No. Okay, so I've never kissed a guy. So I was so. I mean, you know, Ash was attractive, and I was a 14-year-old little
You
girl.
can't
and I was
find no girls
extremely
your own
scared
age.
for my life.
Sure.
And he was very nice about it. He was like, "Oh, don't worry." So I was like, "Okay." Then Danny goes and goes, "Dude, I'll give you $10 if you French kiss her." What would you stick your tongue in my mouth or some?
What? No.
For
You're so
$10.
busted.
You're making it sound like it was like really. Okay, Dan, we had a little side bet going.
Yeah.
Oh, they had side
Yeah.
bets going.
Side bet.
Making
Magilla.
out with a 19-year-old making out with a 14-year-old.
I need some sound effects.
Seems a little odd.
I can't listen to this without
There we
thinking
go.
about Meg Griffin.
What does that make you? Who's
You
Meg
getting
Griffin?
horny for Meg Griffin over here?
No, I'm not. But like, I'm just hearing like I hear Mila Kunis doing, and that's all I see is that damn
Meg
cartoon.
Griffin. That's right. That's right. That
Like
is
I
Meg
can't even
Griffin.
see her talking.
That is totally Meg Griffin. I forgot about that.
Oh,
Nice
yeah,
call,
yeah.
Rambo.
Cartoons.
That's hilarious.
I still watch.
Well, they're still in love, I guess. You know, Mila and
Sure.
and
Why not?
He's going
Ashton.
strong.
They're still together. Although there was a time where they, it sounds like they hooked up when she was 14. But then remember, he went the opposite way. Ashton married Demi Moore. You remember that?
He called him a good cougar too.
At that point, Demi's 40 and he's 25. That's cool, though, right? No problem with that.
Well, they're both
It's
adults.
about the same age gap, isn't it? Or
No,
even
no,
less.
that's a bigger
It's
age
a bigger
gap.
age gap.
Yeah.
But what we're talking about with Mila is she's 14 years old.
Yeah, because you're
she's
just
never
not,
kissed
you're just
anyone.
not ready to be. You're young. You're
He's-
not ready to be
he's-
doing that.
You're not
at
an
that
adult.
age.
You can't
don't
make
need,
that
And then
decision.
especially you don't need somebody who is an
You
adult
shouldn't.
preying on you,
Right.
like grooming you, and then making it so that's it. You're done.
If it's another kid,
your childhood's over
understandable.
because now this person's like, I'm gonna make you my bride, my child bride. It's gross.
Wait, isn't that what every woman wants?
I mean,
Shut up, Meg.
I ain't heard that.
Yeah, it's weird, man. People have been taking child brides all over the world forever.
What about Elvis? He got him a hunk of burning 16-year-old.
It's very, I don't know. I think it's gross.
Yeah, I think it's kind of gross.
It's that.
Like, what's wrong with the women that are your own age? I don't understand.
Yuck.
Jerry Lee Lewis, he
was another one.
He rocked the cradle.
Maybe they ain't just I don't know. Not confident. I don't know
Steven
what I
Tyler.
can't
Is
explain.
it a confidence
that.
thing, or they it's unconfident because
Well, they figure.
I think
don't know. I
young
can't
women
even
easy to
imagine.
manipulate. I would
They
think.
are
Sure.
totally.
Sure.
They're naive.
How
you know?
did you know?
Well, because
I knew you
I was a
was gonna try
teenager
that.
myself.
I saw you look at me like, don't you go for that low hanging fruit? I had to do it.
No, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I totally just did a softball.
Don't be
He's about
rude.
to-
Don't be rude.
Don't be rude. He's about to kill me right now.
Oh shit! So, what, in your opinion, Memphis? What is the biggest age gap you think, or does love doesn't have an age gap?
It does when you're an adult. You know, when you're not.
And you're
an
dealing
adult,
with a minor.
Yeah, don't fucking touch minors.
Right.
Like, at all. Like,
Right.
don't even joke about it.
100%.
You know.
Gotta let the kids be the kids.
Yeah, like
The kids are gonna have sex with each other, but that's fine. They're kids.
They'll figure that shit out, and if you're a parent, you
Stay out of
figure it
it.
out.
Stay out of it.
Well,
Let them be awkward together.
I mean, don't pull a Kris Jenner and pimp your kid out. I mean, unless that's inappropriate.
I think Ramo's wife is pretty young. I mean, how old is
Ron Brown?
How old is your wife? What's the age gap? You don't have to tell me how old she is. Right
10
now.
years.
10 years.
Darian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's rocking the cradle. Wait
Nice-
a minute.
nice
she's
work.
She's all right. Wait a minute.
10 years. That's
Fuck y'all.
That's probably pretty good.
Y'all can go fuck yourselves with your bullshit. How about that? Don't hate. Sorry.
I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah,
nice work.
Yeah, fuck all y'all
Yeah,
with
man,
that
you didn't take
bullshit.
the pill.
Wow. So
Take-
Still hitting that shit right.
10 years
Boom.
older than you?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you,
Oh, yeah. I'm giving her that liquid IV.
yes, he got it all right.
Is it the white peach I see?
Nope. Well, she got it.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
I'm a big fan.
Not you.
This episode of the Outcast Podcast being brought to you by our friends at BetterHelp, where you can save 10% on your first month of therapy. All you have to do is go to betterhelp.com/outcast. Tell me if this is you. It's getting late at night. You keep looking at the clock, knowing that if you don't go to sleep soon, you're probably not going to get enough sleep. You'll be tired tomorrow. Then you start to think, maybe I'll have some sweet dreams, but it's only nightmares that come up in your head. You've got a lot of things to get done on the to-do list tomorrow, and everything that needs to be done starts to overwhelm you. The thoughts start racing through your mind, and you can't fall asleep. Turns out one great way, though, to silence those thoughts is to talk through them. Give therapy a try. It's a great place to do that, so you can get out of those negative cycles and find some peace between your ears. If you're thinking of starting therapy, I highly recommend giving BetterHelp a try, entirely online, designed to be convenient. It's flexible and suited around your schedule. Plus, you don't have to get on a waiting list for weeks. Just fill out the brief questionnaire, get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch out therapists at any time, no additional charge. Get a break from your thoughts with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/outcast today. Get your 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/outcast. Let's change topics here. We're going to talk some football. Let's talk something manly, and get away from young women. So, although he kind of acted like a girl in week 1, Aaron Rodgers went down. And well, I know he
Then he played football.
He bent down to get those mushrooms, I know, and maybe too many mushrooms in the off season. I'm not sure, but did you guys see that? 4 plays and the guy's season is done.
I missed it.
That happens when you get to be our age.
I missed it, but I saw it trending on Twitter like as it happened. I'm like, what the hell going on with Aaron Rodgers? And I'm like, already? I'm like, damn, how long the game been on? And like, this motherfucker gone already. Like, damn, that sucks.
For the season.
Yeah, out for the season.
And maybe forever. That may be the last play you
That
ever
might be
see
the-
Aaron Rodgers ever play.
By
That's
ex-Bear.
crazy.
Same thing happened to Brett Favre.
Favre.
Let's go on to the other big headline from the NFL, Week 1. Cowboys blow out the Giants on their own field. I saw a video of a Giant fan who actually took his jersey off, and as he's walking out before the game ended, he took his jersey off, threw it on the ground, and poured his beer on it and stomped on it.
How dare you?
And left MetLife Stadium.
Damn.
Giants fans.
That's rough.
Yeah, Cowboys. I picked the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl, so I'm feeling pretty good about my pick.
Don't get too happy.
Yeah, it was the Giants.
Let's see. Jordan rules in Chicago. Looks like we continue to have the Bears sucking, and it's the wrong Jordan. It's not the Bulls Jordan. It's Jordan Love. He dominates in Chicago.
He did well. He did good.
Y'all let that little dude beat y'all.
Man, he had 10 minutes to throw goddamn football. I could have won behind it. Their line is ridiculous. And our defensive line sucks. Don't get me wrong. When they play somebody good, it's going to be a different story, I'm sure. But, yeah, no, they look really, really impressive.
Well, at least you openly admitted that your football team
I don't give a shit. Yeah, I ain't out there playing. What am I going to do?
Oh, shit. You weren't saying that shit last season.
No, well, I always am. That's how I always see it.
Now, how about,
I just have fun watching the game.
How about Deion Sanders' son?
They're killing it, man. Yeah. They're doing good.
You're talking about NFL football, although I know Deion did play in the NFL.
Yeah,
he was a Cowboy.
Yeah, the college game going on still.
Yeah. Colorado now 2-0 on the college season.
They're doing good.
Yeah, they got
back-to-back wins.
They got Colorado State this Saturday, which I believe they'll win. But next week, it's a different story.
I like the swag that Deion has had on the field for sure.
I am excited for Prime, and I hope he does well. But at the same time, reality-wise, this is college football. And, dog, listen, nobody cares if you coach Prime, because now, next week, you got some dogs coming, and they probably going to beat your
Who do they have this week?
They got their rival game, Colorado State, this Saturday. But next week, they got Oregon. And then the week after that, they got USC.
We'll see.
USC's top.
Now, who's after that?
Top 5.
You know everything. I'm just kidding.
It's like Utah, somebody like that.
I'm rooting for Deion. You know, he's from our area here in the 239. He went to North Fort Myers High.
You want to do well, but let's be real now. Your team won only one game last year.
He ranks number 2 in my favorite Sanders under Colonel.
Yeah.
I
like
he did.
Yeah, I like that KFC, man.
I don't like
Barry Sanders. I like Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders is
Barry's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, Barry's cool.
Detroit,
He's a Heisman Trophy winner. You know.
They look tough. They look all right.
For us Bears fans, though, get back to the NFL. Green Bay arrived in Chicago as the underdog. They weren't supposed to win the game. They end up winning over the last 27 installments of the Packers-Bears. Packers are 24-3.
Yeah.
Dominating.
They're kicking our ass.
Wow. Got rid of that guy, Aaron Rodgers.
How about
they're just a better team up and down right now.
Like a sack of potatoes.
I will say
play
this.
again at the end of the year. We'll see what happens.
This may be something that teams want to start doing, what the Packers did with their quarterback situation, because those of you that follow the NFL know that you had Brett Favre with Green Bay for all those years. He passed the baton to Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
He did great all those years, and then Jordan Love, it's one game.
But
in his first game,
overreact.
He looked pretty good. But their theory and the way they set up quarterbacks is they don't bring in the rookie and put him right in.
No, they don't.
They bring in the rookie and they let him sit behind the veteran
and learn
a few things from the sidelines. And I think other teams maybe might want to try that, because when you get a young quarterback and you throw him right in, if they don't do well right away, it can get in their head.
Yeah, you got to let them take their...
Well, in all honesty, they've done research and studies on this, and by far, I don't remember the actual numbers, but by far, the quarterbacks that just start right off rip do way better percentage-wise.
Well, like Peyton,
overall,
like Peyton, for example. Peyton came in as a true rookie.
Way more.
Started. He went 1-11 and threw a gang of interceptions, but then the next year he got better. Because he's Peyton and he's a Vol, of course. Go Vols. I had to slide that in there. You know what I mean?
Other headlines from over the weekend: the Niners blew out the Steelers on their home field. The Niners look pretty good.
They did.
I'm glad I picked them to win the Super Bowl.
Tua outduels Herbert in Los Angeles. Big win for the Miami Dolphins. All 3 Florida teams won their game. Cleveland beat up the Bengals.
I told y'all that was going to happen.
That's crazy.
And the Lions, of course, kicked off the season beating the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs. Are the Lions for real?
Without Kelsey. I don't know. I watched a lot of that game, and they were playing good football. I ain't taking nothing away from Detroit, but there was a lot of opportunities that Kansas City, and this happens every game, so I guess it is what it is, but like there were drop passes all over the field. Like it was a nightmare for Patrick Mahomes, and there were opportunities there, and they didn't take them. So hats off to Detroit for holding on.
There were a lot of opportunities, but Kansas City out there playing with a bunch of number 2 players. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that dog. You know what I mean? And I think this is going to bite them in the ass because also they without their old offensive coordinator, Eric Bieniemy. He out in Washington. So they got this, forget this other cat who called him the plays. But he been there.
Matt Nagy?
I think,
but he used to be our coach.
But he's been there for a while, so he know the play. He know how to call the plays and stuff. So
well, he was there before he came to Chicago.
Yeah. And now he's back in his old job.
Yeah.
Well,
so I don't know. They might do something, but I know I picked their defense for my fantasy, and I'm pissed because they
look like Swiss cheese too.
They are trash.
They did.
Well, we have one coach now that's out of a job. He's not coaching in the NFL. He's not coaching anywhere really because he left his job. But we're talking about a high school football coach. This is our next topic here. This is a Naples prep school football coach. He steps away after a very profane and disturbing video was shared on social media.
Now, is this Naples, Italy?
No, this would be Naples, Florida.
No.
Naples, USA.
Big distinction there.
Yes, it's the Southwest Florida Prep and Tech School in Naples. And I think we have the video, which just to set it up, this player, I guess, at some point went home and told his mother that the coach was, I don't know exactly what he told his mom, but he said something that upset the coach. Now the coach finds out that the kid on his football team has went home and told his mama.
Uh-oh.
And so now this is the way this coach reacts now. He doesn't think he's being recorded, obviously.
Oh, that's the way it always happens.
You got me up. Do something. Get the up and do something. I'll blow your like a shambles. You got me up.
Shut the door, bro.
Yeah, one of the players was like, shut the door. We're going to get in trouble in here.
Real talk. You want to be a gangster? Let's do some gangster shit. Let's go. Get up. Let's go. I want to blow your shit out so bad you
He's right in his face, breathing down his face.
You a You a You a bitch.
Ooh.
Go call your mom and tell her that. Come on. Get up.
The guy looks like he wants to punch the kid in the face.
Your ass to sleep. You got me up. You didn't say that?
I wasn't there. Malachi.
You didn't say that?
This kid's trying to hide that he's recording.
Get the out of my life. Go.
You can't treat people like that, is the thing. You can't, these people are looking up to you. They look up to you. They're probably heartbroken.
He's losing his mind.
Yeah.
It gets worse, I think. Calms down for a moment.
Cause it's that old poppy too. I don't know how.
Somebody fart in here? It smells like a fart.
It's your breath.
Okay.
You want to be a gangster until it's time to do gangster shit. I like this shit. I'm cut like that.
Oh, yeah, he's cut
I'm
like that.
cut like that.
You look like you're a little fat, sir, but...
This dude's laughing
You
at
want to
him.
put words in my mouth? Then go out there and confront them. What?
Oh, then that's the end of it. So
We
that
got
video...
lucky we didn't get a penis shot there. We were close. We were close.
I was live in the
Were you
locker
hoping
room.
for it?
I was excited.
Memphis, you ever have a coach talk to you like that, get in your face, yell at you, upset with you?
I mean, I've had coaches get in my face. Sure, I mean that's the point of being a coach. You gotta motivate, your team and such, But I've never had a coach go like that.
Go call your mom and tell her that.
I mean, look,
tell
at the
that.
end of listen. For me being a kid in high school, college, and the couple years I ran professional, I've had a lot of hard coaches. None of them have talked to me or any of my teammates like that. That guy, that only can happen here. That would not happen anywhere else. I promise you.
That's not a coach.
Because he's not a coach. Because had that happened, say out anywhere outside of Naples, Florida, I guarantee you this: it don't matter what color it is. Somebody, daddy, uncle, cousins are on the way to the school.
It's happening.
Let's do some gangster shit.
It would be gangster.
This guy's gangster, though. I don't know.
And they literally gonna go to that coach, and it's gonna be, and they gonna make him prove it. I can tell you, my people, Look.
They'll hold him up to it. They'll hold him up to it.
This guy sounds like he's about to.
Hold him up to
You
it.
want to get in my son?
This guy has
my
the whole
nephew,
Master
cousin
P
face?
trilogy.
Oh yeah,
You want to be f***ed up.
yeah. We gonna show. You gonna have to show it today, partner.
You want to be a gangster until it's time to do gangster shit.
See, that shit only happen here, man. I tell you.
Go call your mom and tell her that.
We need that clip.
We got it. Where are you hearing it from?
Let's do some gangster shit.
Oh, I thought that was a video.
I think we ought to make like a rhythm song out of it. You know,
Yes.
like 1, 2, 3, 4.
You want to be a gangster?
Yeah.
Let's do some gangster shit.
His
You gotta be
voice
f***ed up.
cracked right there, though. But gangster's voice don't crack, though. You gotta watch out for that.
You want to be a gangster?
You want to be a gangster?
Let's go. Let's go.
I don't know who this
He
cat
sounds
is.
like he's about to cry,
Who he
and
been
gangsters are
hanging
never
around
about to cry.
They got him think he can talk tough like that. You see what I'm saying? What's his personal life like?
Well, I'll tell you this about
That
him.
gangster's moving silence. That guy's moving all loud.
Exactly. No, punk ass.
Sorry.
Well,
Punk
shut up.
bitch.
He at least he didn't show up for work. I guess like they didn't have to. They were probably going to fire him anyways. I'm
course
sure
not,
they were going to
coward.
fire him, but he just didn't show up when the video was released and it made it to
Fuck
the
it.
internet.
I'm out.
The guy's been in hiding.
How do you come at a little kid like that? That's what concerns me about that whole situation. Like, would he do that to a grown motherfucker like he is? Probably not.
I got to admit, those were some big dudes he was in a room with, and had they decided
They
to whoop
were
his ass,
kids. You know
he
what?
was done with.
They were kids.
They were definitely kids, but they could have probably whooped his ass, no problem.
I can tell you off rip. Personally, I've
But they
seen
can't
people
because
fight
they're in
their
school
coaches.
and he's their coach.
Right.
So that's
no
why it was
bullshit.
disrespectful.
Oh no,
Right.
I've seen people
could lose their lives,
fight
their livelihood
and
by
almost beat
attacking
up
him.
the coach
Yeah,
because the
they-
coach would
they
talk
could go to
crazy to
jail.
him.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And most times it is around
They
football
shouldn't be put in
because
that situation.
it's more the aggressive.
I'm sure it
sport.
happens. Yeah,
You know,
there's
and
a
I've
lot of
seen it.
testosterone.
I've seen it.
You know what he probably told his mom? Coach is being crazy. That's probably what he
Coach-
told his mom.
Coach being hard on me, mom.
Yeah.
You know, and,
This guy's fucking nuts.
So his mom probably said some shit. You know, called him to the school, whatever the case, and so now he got wind of it. So he feel like how dare you, blah blah blah, and go off the deep end. Now he gonna get his ass. Somebody gonna whoop his ass.
Got a big ass mouth.
You know, gonna whoop
Like
his
it.
ass. He got to get it. He got to get it, man.
Did you ever have anybody talk to you like that, Tomcat?
We had some pretty tough coaches. I kind of quit probably because they were talking a little, but they weren't like that at all. They were good coaches, and I did a little bit of Pop Warner here in Fort Myers.
Awesome.
But I quit,
What team?
so I didn't make it. I would have been,
quit at
I
Pop
would have been on the
Warner?
Hornets.
The Hornets.
The Hornets,
Okay,
yeah.
Awesome.
You quit
But-
on Pop
Pop
Warner.
Warner.
I
yeah.
did because I wasn't
That's
into
little
it.
kid shit.
I know I wasn't
You didn't
into
do
it.
sports,
I quit the week right before they put pads on. My buddy Jason always rags on me about it. And then I made it on the basketball team for Cyprus, and I quit right after I made the team.
Oh, that sucks, dude. You're
Yeah.
pretty good.
What's
I
going
know.
on with you and all these quitting shit, TK?
I just
When
didn't
it
like
come to
playing.
competitive stuff.
I didn't like playing organized sports, but I'll tell you what, I regret it now.
But why
wish
would
I
you
would've.
try out?
I love playing sports. We played every day after school. I went home after quitting the team and played basketball every day after school on the court, busting my ass. Never even looked back at the team. Never gave a fuck. Never even thought about it. Just played basketball every day. I loved it. Playing basketball every day. Gonna play today.
You know, if
What are you
been on
afraid
the-
to succeed, bro?
Right.
Like,
I just said it. You didn't listen to what I said. I don't
You
like
gotta be
team.
f***ed up.
I don't like
Organized
shit. I just like
sports
doing
and
my own thing,
having fun.
I wanted to go home after school. I was already in school for fucking 10 hours.
He wants to be able to- he wants
then
to be
I'm
able
gonna
to
go to the fucking gym. Fuck that. I'm going home.
he wants to be able to foul people without a whistle being blown.
Right.
You know what it reminds me of a little bit? Being from Indiana, you guys all know Bobby Knight, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Coach
He do
Knight.
that chair.
Yeah.
And the wild stories. I don't know if we can
Yeah.
find some of the footage of Bobby Knight online, but Bobby Knight,
That dude was
he was
awesome.
nuts.
he's
though. Bob
choked
Knight
out.
was awesome.
He choked out a player
He
once.
did.
Yeah,
He grabbed him by the throat.
He did.
And,
it was
um,
wild.
Now I did have a shop teacher.
Didn't he choke a referee or some shit?
Oh, here he is. Let's see. Here's where Bobby picks up a chair.
Oh, it's the chair.
He's
Yeah.
yelling at the ref.
There he is.
Where's
I mean,
the
this looks
ref?
like the same
Go ahead,
coach.
Bobby.
Oh, he looks
Pants
pants.
go
Watch
up.
how pissed he
Tell
is.
Look how young he is. Is
Let
he
him in.
alive still?
He's still alive. Yes.
I had a bourbon with him one time.
A what? Bourbon?
Yeah, drink bourbon with him. Yes.
Now he's pissed. Oh, here's
Throw it.
pick the
Oh
chair up.
shit! Is
Sling.
that the chair from the Alabama dogfight video? No, it's
Maybe.
a different chair.
Now it's
that's
not
how
a
to
folding
fold up.
chair.
The
Yeah.
mouth breathers.
So Bobby Knight, man, he'd get in the kids' faces. They'd
Yeah, he
be
would.
coming to the sidelines after missing a shot, and he'd be like, "God damn it, what the fuck are you doing out there, kid? Sit your ass on the fucking bench."
Yeah, I think I've
But
seen
you know what,
videos
though,
of him
having
before.
coaches
He's
like
wild.
that, because, yeah, it seems bad when the coach is cussing you out like that, but he's cussing you out because you know what the hell you were supposed to have done, and you know you like, fuck, coach about to be in my ass because I knew I effed up.
You know what I'd like to look at? The percentages of teams that won championships with a coach that screamed at everybody versus teams that won championships with coaches that
would be
didn't
a very
scream at
low
everybody.
Percentage because how do you motivate?
Is it a good motivator?
The coach did it.
Mike Dicker used to yell at their ass all the goddamn time.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
That's why I say he did it.
I thought you were talking about somebody.
I'm on
who
yes
did.
and no. He
thank
did.
you.
He
Oh,
did.
okay,
He
man,
did.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah. I got a picture of him giving the camera the bird, and it's signed.
Nice.
Gentry's met him.
Oh yeah, Coach Dick. I've been to his house and been to his restaurant a few times. He was very good to me.
Dickers.
I interviewed him a bunch of times.
That's cool,
really good dude.
You watched the Super Bowl that they played Indian, didn't you? With him?
Yeah. At his house, they got a call from Westwood One, which was I was working at ESPN at the time, and then my Westwood One rep called me. He's like, Gentry, I need a favor. I'm like, oh shit. What do you need me to do? He's like, I need you to go to Mike Ditka's house and make sure everything's set up for him to join us for the pregame and the halftime and the postgame of the Bears-Colts Super Bowl.
Holy
I was like,
shit.
hold on a second. You want me to do what? He was like, we'll pay you. $500 an hour. We'll pay you.
Perfect.
All you have to do is we're going to overnight you some equipment. You take it to his house and test it. And then he's not very tech savvy. If you could just hang out and make sure everything goes smoothly. I'm like, okay, you're telling me you want me to go to the coach's house and watch the Super Bowl? And you're going to pay me? And so it was a really cool
an hour.
Cool experience.
Yeah.
Dude,
What a story.
Man,
That's awesome.
Not only that is like super stratosphere win, dog.
If
That's
anybody
some
else was
cold
telling me
ass
that
shit.
story, I'd be like, you're lying.
So what was the look on his face when Devin Hester ran it back on the kickoff? That
Oh
had to
yeah,
be
the Bears
fucking
were going to win. He was very excited, but that was the only highlight of the whole night.
Pretty much, yeah. Thanks, Rex.
Yeah. And
Way to go, Peyton.
He did good. But we almost had his number though, but he's
y'all did.
he's
Yeah,
good.
y'all did.
We almost had him.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Bears have pretty much sucked since 1988, really. So it's been a long time since the Bears have been
they
good.
were good
You
when
can't
they
say
went to the
sucked.
Super
I mean,
Bowl.
y'all did go to the Super Bowl. Be grateful for that.
We were about 3 or 4. We were about
You-
three,
at least you
3 or 4
saw
years
it.
with Urlacher and all them. We were good for about 10 years.
Maybe.
Do you remember the '85 Super Bowl win?
Hell yeah! I was at my uncle's house and everybody was smoking pot except me, because I was only 16. But that's bullshit. Because I was smoking weed with my boys. They just wouldn't pass it to me.
But we're still banking on the Super Bowl Shuffle. You guys remember that song?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
We are the Bears, shuffling crew.
It was fun
Shuffling
though.
on down.
That's
doing
why
it for
we ain't
you.
want shit. We were braggarts.
Making them
We took it too
weak-ass
far,
songs.
man. Our karma's like, yeah, we ain't trying to fuck with
Think
y'all.
about
No
back
more,
in the-
man.
think
We
about
don't
back
need
in
no
the day,
more
though.
horrible rap music. We got enough right now.
And it was after that song you guys ain't won since. No,
Man,
just
what
kidding.
shit?
Look at that.
So, yeah, we don't want no Super Bowl, but we did it that
I would
year.
have did it right there. You should have known. Look at that.
Look at that, Walter Payton out there. Check out him out there. What the sweetness
My name
doing
is
out there?
Sweetness
I
because
can
I
hear
run
it.
the ball.
That's Did you know that DJ Showtime's first DJ name was L.A. Mike, and from him the defensive end, L.A. Mike.
That's crazy.
Let's go on to our next topic here. We been told that Tucker Carlson has some breaking news on his show.
Here we go.
This is on his show on X or Twitter, whatever we're calling it this week.
You know what's odd? I don't watch Tucker anymore.
Twitter.
He's not on Fox News
Well,
anymore.
I don't really go on X
Right.
and like look at videos. So
People still call it Twitter. They
I
don't
still
call
hear
it
about
X.
it.
So I guess
I call it
back
X
in the
'cause it's
truck,
not
we have
Twitter.
J&J back in the truck, and they claim that they have a video of Tucker Carlson from one of his recent shows
Really?
where he's interviewing a guy who claims that he had sex with Barack Obama.
What?
You're just a guy who's in town for the night, and it sounds like you're looking to party.
Yeah, pulled up in a bar outside,
got
and there's
bass.
this guy that's introduced to me as Barack Obama. I had given Barack $250 to pay for coke. I started putting him on a CD tray to snort, and next thing I know, he's got a little pipe and he's smoking. So I just started rubbing my hand along his thigh to see where it was going, and it went the direction I had intended it to go.
Even though you
had sex with him twice, you did cocaine with him, watched him smoke crack twice.
Everybody's
You had
laughing.
No idea who he was.
I had no idea who he was.
You just asked the obvious question. What was Obama like on crack?
That's the obvious question. I've been wondering that for years.
First time, and I would almost be willing to bet you it wasn't as long.
The guy's running for president, and credible information comes out that he's smoking crack and having sex with dudes. That seems like a story.
Well, it would be a story if the media really cared about telling people the truth.
Tucker on X.
Dog.
And your mother was begging Barack to stop.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Oh shit! So,
man, that's
well, I
great.
knew Michelle was a man, but I didn't know Barack was
Hey,
gay.
knock it off now.
that's wild. That is wild.
And your mother was begging Barack to stop.
Have you ever seen a picture of Michelle pregnant?
No, why should you? I don't want to see her ass pregnant.
Because there isn't one.
Get your hands out of my fries. You ain't my bitch, nigga.
The fuck?
I don't see you doing any better in the booty department.
Hold
That's
on.
hilarious.
Hold up, AI Barack, don't get your ass whooped.
Do you want to tell the story or are you going to let me finish?
So who is this guy? Does anybody know who this toothless man is that that Tucker
crackhead.
put on?
He
He's
paid money
definitely
to-
on that shit.
Please.
He is on that shit. Can't think
I've never seen that guy before.
No, I don't think anybody
Nobody
seen him
credible,
before.
that's for sure.
Think about this. You know what? As he's telling this story, I'm thinking to myself. I'm like, you know what? He was probably fucked up anyway, because you can tell. But he's fucked up, and he runs across this dude at the bar. And he's thinking it's
Barack Obama.
But would it shatter?
And the dude
It
was
was just a black guy.
Would it
like,
shatter
I'm
your
Barack
whole
Obama.
world of Barack Obama if he was gay? Would
A
you?
black man with a funny name.
I wouldn't care whether or
And,
not he was
and
gay
if
or not.
Michelle was a dude?
But why?
Not saying she is, but
No, she's not a dude. And no, I don't give a
You're an
fucking.
idiot.
I'm just saying it wouldn't
He
matter.
was still a
if-
good president.
It wouldn't matter if they were, right?
He was still a good
Yeah,
president.
why does it?
Yeah,
Who
doesn't
cares?
matter.
Who gives a shit?
There you go.
Nobody
So maybe
cares.
the guy's not lying.
The guy's name
I'm
is
pretty
Larry
sure he is.
Sinclair. I said.
Oh, now I think he's lying.
It
Okay.
says.
I said it's the name.
Let's see. What does it say
Larry
here?
Sinclair.
Larry Sinclair. Examining his criminal history. It says
Nah,
here.
let's hear it.
He's got convictions of forgery, fraud, larceny.
He's got a rap sheet.
Well,
Last
his
time-
credibility is
His
still on
credibility is
task
plummeting
with
here.
Republicans.
Yeah. Because
No problem.
some asshole out there is like totally eating that shit all the way up. Talking about, I told you they're going to be at church. Well, when they pass around the collection plate and shit, and they be like, remember I told you that he was gay, he had to
And
sex
your mother
you
was begging Barack to
And they're
stop.
going to be talking all kind of shit, man. Like, no.
He would have had
That's
to
so
have had a
stupid.
picture with Barack or something for me to put him on the air. Like I wouldn't, as a journalist, put him on the air just because he said that.
Yeah, but he's not
he
a
would have
real
had to have some
journalist.
kind of proof.
He's not. He
that
even says
they were
himself that
together.
He's a commentator.
he's a satire announcer. Like, he formulates stories that may have a little bit of truth, and he exploits them and does, other shit just
makes
for
Larry
commentary. And
Yeah,
it's
he's a
like
he does
I get it,
commentary.
like
That's
whatever.
it.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Well, look, it is all over the web. So if you look up this guy's name, it's like boom right away. Claims sexual encounter and drug use with Barack Obama. Credibility, known as a convicted con artist.
You know what?
So I don't know.
That
about
doesn't
this
help.
story.
That
It's
doesn't
kinda-
help, does it?
As I said, some asshole's going to take that shit so
And again,
seriously.
I guess it doesn't really. It
That's
doesn't
going
matter
to keep
either
somebody
way.
alive for like another 2 weeks or some shit
That's
just
all
because of
right.
that. Like,
Tucker's
what the
just
fuck?
trying to keep his name. Poor guy got
Man,
shaft.
fuck no.
shaft by. I'm just saying.
Not a
from
poor guy. He's
no,
very,
no,
very
no,
well
no.
taken
Of
care
course,
of.
of
And
course.
his
But I'm
family
just
loaded.
saying
Fuck
he's
him.
trying to stay, in the forefront. He don't have the face of Fox anymore to keep him in, the loop of everything. So he's got to do shit that's extraordinary in order for people to pay attention.
This is who he can get on.
It seems like a
Sure.
reach. Seems like a big.
does
Well,
seem-
It's a total reach.
Have you ever watched the show on Fox?
Yeah,
I
he
liked a
got-
lot of the
he got
reporting
plenty
he
of
did on
practice.
Fox. I thought he pushed boundaries and shit, and I'm cool with that, pushing boundaries. But I think you need to have some type of more evidence than, somebody introduced me to this person and I banged him and we did coke together and put me on the air.
Can't you imagine if that was on Fox? Oh my
No,
God, they be running
he said-
reruns, be in the reruns about that shit.
He said he
Coming
gave.
up.
Am I wrong? Or I
Okay,
thought
man,
he
who
said
had
he gave.
sex with Obama.
He
We
gave
have
Barack
exclusives.
money to go
Yeah,
buy
he gave
coke.
$250.
Do I think Barack did coke? Do I think? Yeah.
How much coke do you get for $250?
I'm sure you get $250. A ball probably.
Smoke weed.
Probably
coke,
more than an 8 ball and a couple grams.
I don't see
Almost
you
2
doing
A-ball.
any better in the booty department.
Half ounce.
So he said he gave Barack $250.
Depends on how
to get some
connected you are.
cocaine.
Yeah. What?
So they did $250 worth of cocaine.
That's quite a bit.
And apparently they had
That
sex
is.
twice.
That'd be a good
So
party.
they had sex twice and did cocaine. Now that's a lot of coke. I ain't never done cocaine. Don't ever plan on it. But $250 worth of cocaine seems like a lot of cocaine to me. Am I wrong? You guys,
I mean,
you guys done cocaine
it's
more than I
like
have.
you can get an 8 ball for like $150.
150.
Not
yes.
that I would know, but
So that's
250 is
almost
like,
a half ounce. If you know
how
somebody,
big
you
is
can
that?
get a
it's
half
lot.
ounce.
It's too much to do in a night. I'll tell you that.
If you got family,
Right,
It,
so-
it depends on who you're hanging
See,
out
I'm
with.
trying to
though.
poke holes in this
Hunter
motherfucking
Biden?
story and shit because I'm
Nah,
just gonna go
it's
out
not
on a
lasting.
limb. If you buy $250 worth of cocaine,
The White House, they find it in the White House.
and you
I'll
only
be
have
coke in the
sex
White House.
twice. I mean, I would think you would do more cocaine and have more sex, especially if you have sex
It
with Barack
depends.
Obama.
Sometimes it'll make your
Yeah.
dick shrivel up like a
You
little
don't-
fucking
Well,
tortoise.
you don't want to fuck. You want to go do another line of coke.
Yeah. And your,
Well, I never done
and your
coke, so
dick's
I
like,
don't
I'm
know.
just going to shrivel
Yeah,
up like a
yeah,
little
yeah.
fucking
But
nothing.
he's like, hey,
You gotta
we're
go
about to
pee.
party. He's like, no, I'm not.
And y'all still do that shit? What
No,
the
I don't
fuck?
do it anymore.
I
wanna
don't do
fuck.
that shit.
Let's do some gangster shit.
Especially now when I was gonna get some pussy.
Hell no, give me
Maybe during or
let me do my
after.
edible and get some
You
ass.
give the coke
baby.
to your buddy so he can't get any, and then you fucking
No, that's
take
just
the
being a
girls
bad
sometimes.
friend. That's just
Now
shame on
you can put
man.
some.
That's just not.
You can
nice.
put some on. You can put some
Why
on
would
the
you do-
on the
why-
head to numb it up.
Then you put a little Visine in his drink, and he just shits his pants. He's
What are
out
you
of there.
guys talking
He's
about?
out of there.
It's out of control.
You guys are getting out of control.
Thank you, thank you.
What the hell is going on? You are a
Complete
terrible
out of
friend.
control. Let's move on to
I don't
something
condone
else
that.
Ugh.
that's out of control. At least it was out of this bystander's control. So this kid is, I guess, playing basketball. I don't know the whole story, but if we could get J&J to bring it up, we'll roll the tape here in a second.
He get his ass kicked by his coach.
No, this kid's just trying to play a game of basketball in his
And shave
neighborhood.
His beard.
How old
Jeez,
is
what's
that
going on with
kid?
that beard?
How old is that little motherfucker?
He looks
like a
over,
neck
and
beard.
all of a sudden he sees a cop doing something very interesting.
He's like,
Roll the
"Chill
tape.
out."
We were just trying to have a good time, go to play soccer.
Soccer,
Nelson
not
Ochoa
basketball.
says he was in South Lawn Park in Oxon Hill on
He don't
Labor
play
Day
soccer.
enjoying a game of soccer with other
He must be a
guests.
goalie.
It's
When a
called
Prince
football.
George's County police cruiser pulled up and parked. He doesn't know what
Popo
made
on the
him
scene.
start to
Stalking
record,
these kids
but
or
he
something?
did.
As soon as I started recording, a car pulled up, and then a young lady came out.
He reported the two appearing to embrace
no.
and kiss
She ain't
and
that
get
young.
into the back of
That's
the
good.
officer's
She's
squad
thick.
car.
We couldn't believe what we were seeing, and
That's-
what really made us go like, "Wow, like this is crazy." Is when, like I said, when the car started rocking a little bit.
Oh, don't come knocking.
Wow,
The
this is
police
crazy.
car's
And
rocking.
There's little kids running by.
around. He was in the car for about 35 to 40 minutes.
That's a pretty good. That's a
Afterwards,
pretty
he
good
says
haul.
police
Good
yeah,
job, buddy.
yeah.
All right.
He gave it to her.
Hell
You
yeah,
had to get all
yeah.
that equipment off,
Released a
though. So.
statement on X, formerly known as Twitter, saying
Just
they
say
were
X,
aware
damn
of the
it.
video and are investigating to determine the circumstances. They tell the I-Team they have identified the
Tight-ass
officer, though
pants.
they have not released his name. Multiple police
Well, obviously
sources
his
tell
name
me
is
it's
McLovin.
Michael Marlette
Come on.
seen here in this picture. We reported on him back in 2016 when he was accused of beating his then-girlfriend's 3-year-old son. In 2019, the father of that child told me in an exclusive interview that he was trying to keep
That's
Marlette
freeway.
away from his son.
He would say, Daddy Francesco, which is his mom's boyfriend, hits me in my face and hits me in my stomach. And
Somebody hit that guy in the
According
tooth.
to the boy's medical records, the 3-year-old was spanked, resulting in a head injury. The Prince George's officers who responded that day ruled it an accident. A grand jury
sure they
disagreed
did.
and charged Marlette. But after agreeing to anger management, Marlette never stood trial. The
Ain't that a
charges were
bitch?
dropped, his record expunged, and he was back on the force.
Ain't
His
that a
attorney
bitch?
declined to comment on the
He's
case.
back on the force, putting force on the citizens. And yeah, there's a video of a cop banging a chick in the back of his squad car.
Lucky
and
him.
He
kids,
sounds like he's a kind of a crooked guy.
Yeah, you think?
crooked cop.
Yeah. Like the one, you should be doing your job, not banging. I mean, unless he's on a break. If he's on break, whatever.
Nah, fuck that.
Not in the
think you're
cruiser.
supposed
Get a
to
hotel.
And not in the uniform. You
You
can't
ain't
soil the uniform.
I mean, you on the fucking clock.
You don't want to do it in company vehicle.
You know what I mean? You on the
Yeah,
clock.
company
Listen,
time,
if you're on the
officer.
clock, you're on the clock. You probably protecting.
She was on the
serving.
cock, he was
While
on the
you
clock.
getting served, ain't somebody ain't being protected, motherfucker. Like fuck that. No, you motherfucker, fire his punk ass.
So, Officer Reams.
All right, it's time to go to our not so good news guy to find out what in the hell is going on in the wide world of news.
Yeah.
This newscast being brought to you by Liquid IV. We stay hydrated here at the Outcast Podcast. Thanks to our friends at Liquid IV. Go to liquidiv.com and at checkout, use our promo code OUTCAST and save a bunch of money and stay hydrated. Tomcat, what do you have in the news?
All right. Today, September 13th, 2023, it's National Peanut Day.
I thought you were going to say Penis Day.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Penis Day.
Whip them out.
Holy shit.
National Defy Superstition Day. Do you have a superstition, Ramo?
Knock on wood.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Do you have a superstition?
Yeah, kind of the same. I don't walk under ladders.
Or walk around like poles. You got like when you're walking with somebody.
What about
same
sports?
side?
I know you guys are superstitious about sports betting and stuff.
I used to be like I would always wear a jersey for the Bears game, but that's been lost out of me.
Sports is fake superstition.
That's been ass kicked out of me.
I'm always rocking my Vols, my Vols shit during football season.
Yeah, I like to wear Bear stuff. It's just
step on a crack, break your mama's back.
That's a big one.
Remember when you were a kid and you heard that and you freaked out?
Well, I would never step on the cracks because of that.
I went right into the crack.
You never came out. All right, it's European Heritage Day, so the whites, today's your day, but it's also International Chocolate Day, so black folks, it's your day as well.
It's a swirl.
Chocolate's good.
National Bald is Beautiful Day.
Talk
Thanks
about
to all of us here.
I like it.
Yeah, you know.
Not Gentry, though. National Hug Your Boss Day. Maybe later Gentry on the basketball court will hug you down.
Yeah, it'll be called a foul.
Yep.
Just so you know.
Birthdays today, Playboy Cardi, 27 years old, young guy.
Virgo.
JT Money, who we just met up in
Yeah. I knew him a long time.
50 years old.
Virgo.
Tyler Perry, know who that is, 54.
Virgo.
Sam Neill, Dr. Grant from Jurassic Park, he's 75.
Really?
And Amy Winehouse. She died back in 2011.
She would have been.
And I forgot to look up how old she would have been today, but she died in 2011.
But today was her birthday.
Another Virgo.
Day-
Virgo gang.
On to the news. Day 15 in the hunt for the convicted killer who escaped from an eastern Pennsylvania prison.
What?
They caught him today.
They caught him.
Yeah, today.
Good.
So
Where'd they
just
find
caught
him?
him today. He was hiding in the woods, and I had some images right here. Here he is right here. They drag him out of the woods, and
He looks
he's
wet.
wearing the Eagles gear. That's what
He just had to see the game, man. He had to see the game.
This guy he had just got a gun out of somebody's garage with a scope on it. The guy whose gun it was shot at him twice, or 7 times, but missed him. And then they finally caught him. He'd been on the lam for 15 days. Killed 2 people already back in Honduras. Stabbed his girlfriend 36 times. So he was a bad guy.
Oh, I thought you were saying he
That's
about
him escaping
What's
right
that,
there.
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Oh.
he's
Oh, no
slick.
shit. He like, oh, hell no. I'm about to get the fuck
They've been
up
after
out
him
of
for
here.
a while, dude. So, all right.
You know them South American jails ain't holding him either.
Yeah,
Nope.
I'm glad they got his little ass.
This is the next story about a tech company named Voyager Labs that boasts that its AI can predict crime with social media policing. So it can go on people's social media pages and predict crime. It has
Really?
have a $9 million contract with the NYPD, so it isn't just some amorphous
It's a precog?
company. It's a precog. So they're going to go out on people's New York City and Los Angeles police departments. 2 of the U.S. largest police agencies are among a growing list of law enforcement agencies in the U.S. and around the world to contract with Voyager Labs to basically police the internet and find out when people are going to commit crimes before they commit them.
Well, let's just hope they don't arrest them until they're committing the crime.
Or
But they're
hopefully
just
they
there
don't,
to do it.
Arrest the wrong person for taking somebody's post or whatever.
Right, or they're going to
wrong
start
way.
changing the...
Yeah, like,
or
I don't
like, can't people change the IP address and
Yeah.
shit like that? You
I don't
hacked
like that. Yeah, I don't
and have
like
it sent from somewhere else? That's dangerous.
So I think we should also say that there's huge earthquakes in Morocco, and the
Oh,
death
yeah,
toll is
man.
reaching like 3,000
That's
right now.
crazy, dude.
Also, there are floods in Libya, and they're racing to bury the dead as fast as they can because
And
they're
Greece.
piling up.
And
So
Greece.
there's a lot of tragedy going
Yeah,
around.
the earth
world
is
right now.
pissed.
There are these earthquake lights that people saw right before the earthquakes that were in Morocco.
The UFOs.
Yeah, I mean,
They
hey,
look like
It's the
UFOs.
aliens.
I mean, we've been lucky these past few weeks with them hurricanes that's been out there. You
They've
know
been
what I'm
big.
saying?
They've been
and they've
huge.
been like
Watch
4
these
and
li- they show
5s.
these
Look
lights.
at
They
that.
may or may not.
I want to see them.
What is that?
But I seen them in another video. You can see the lights like flashing.
That's
Yeah.
cop
Looks
lights.
like headlights.
Hold on, they're up in
What's
the.
it
They're up
supposed
in the.
to be?
They got to be in the sky.
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
not the video that I saw. The one I saw was where it was more like stable, and you can see them up in the sky. Just
There's a lot of people hanging out at the beach.
They're UFOs or
You
what
might-
are they?
They're called earthquake lights. People have
they
often
of their
said
home?
that
Oh,
when there are
that
major
sucks.
hurricanes, you see lights above
Yeah.
in the sky right before. And in the other video, I don't know, that's not the right video. You see it's a straight like camera that is like a security cam, and then you see the lights in the sky. Flash,
I've seen that
flash. These
video.
really bright lights.
It's
Flash,
like almost
flash.
like
This is it right
lightning.
here.
Yeah.
Watch this. This is it. Look in the skyline. Don't look on the don't look in the buildings. Look right above the buildings.
What's that spinny thing?
I don't see anything.
You'll see it. You'll
It's
see
coming.
it. There it goes. Boom. See it?
yeah,
Watch.
it's
Here
a
comes
light
another one.
flash.
Here comes another one. Hold on. Watch. Here comes another one. It'll be right in the middle.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
There's one
Okay.
over to the left.
I saw
I
it.
saw
There's one right
that
there.
one. Yeah, they
So
say
those
it's
are
like
called-
lightning, almost like from the ground, from the
the shaking.
and the
So they
ground
don't know
like
if
rubbing
it
together.
is, from static electricity
Right.
charge buildup, dispersing, and making a light. Something like that.
That's cool though. It's
Pretty cool.
interesting.
The
It's interesting, but
earthquake
it
is
ain't
not cool.
That ain't
No,
cool.
no, I'm
Not
just
cool.
saying like
God,
we're
but
learning
like
we're
that.
learning more about our planet. I'm sure it's done it
it
before.
wants to kill you. 99.9% of all species
Well,
that have lived here are gone. They
Because we're
died.
screwing it up.
Yeah,
There was over 2,000 people died in the Morocco situation. Very sad.
the Earth is fixing herself.
The earth is going to kill you no matter what.
One topic we didn't
Eventually.
get to, this used to be a big deal. I don't know if it still is, but the Video Music Awards, MTV annual Video Music Awards.
They still have that?
They were held last
Who?
night.
Who?
The VMAs.
I didn't know that was still.
And
a
you know
thing.
who hosted that was
Who?
Nicki Minaj.
Oh, great! See, that's
Terrible.
the reason why I thought that shit ended.
Well, I have the headlines here. We'll, if you didn't watch it, I'll give it to you in a nutshell. It says here, everybody went wild for a surprise appearance from NSYNC.
I'm sure that was fun.
The group is rumored to be creating some new music
Well, that's cool.
for the third installment of Trolls, the film franchise.
Okay, I'm good with that.
And then it says here, Taylor Swift swept the VMAs, winning in 9 categories.
Good thing Kanye wasn't
Not
there.
surprised.
Fucking,
I know, right?
I mean, outside of Taylor Swift, nobody in pop music is even doing anything. Katy
It's
Perry, Lady Gaga. I mean, Rihanna.
They're not
ain't did
doing nothing.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, the
And none
one,
of them did shit.
the
So,
one
yeah,
highlight,
of course, Taylor Swift gonna win every goddamn.
I tuned into the VMAs for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes last night, and I was pleasantly happy when I tuned in and it was Shakira.
I love Shakira.
They gave
She
her
look
like
good?
She just keeps getting younger, dude. She's an alien.
They gave her a Vanguard Award,
For what?
and
Her
she
butt?
That ass?
she danced around and her
Those
hips
hips?
didn't lie.
Her
We
kids
got
were
a
there.
video
2
for that?
kids.
Forever, whenever,
We got a video
We'll be
for. I
there.
wanna-
Please pull up the
Yeah, I
Shakira
would like to see
VMA
it.
performance from
And
last
please
night.
pull up
That's
her
it.
dress.
No,
I'm not a big fan of
We
how
wanna
she
see
sings.
the performance. Please show us the performance. This is more of her acceptance speech.
But she still got it. Don't
She did a
She fine.
performance,
Yeah, she
and she is looking fine.
She's a
as
pretty
ever.
girl.
You know what? Who I saw on Twitter just a little minute ago? Nelly Furtado. Was she there? Because she had on some dress, so I guess she might have been there.
Well,
but she's
she
looking
has a
hella
brand
good,
she has a
dog.
brand new single. Nelly
Oh, shit.
Furtado does has a brand new single with
Is that
Justin
Shakira?
Timberlake and
Yep.
Timberlake.
Yes.
This chick is
Oh, she's
awesome.
doing She Wolf, I
Oh,
bet.
there
huh?
she is. This is the
Yeah.
beginning of her performance.
Yeah, that look like
Look at that.
nice
Oh,
legs.
those
man.
hips don't lie at all.
How long
got you
God
calm down.
damn.
Like,
Y'all
how
need
long
to
you
get
think-
some ass.
How long you think you
Possibly.
last with that? Like, if you had
I
Shakira,
don't
how long
know.
you think you how long you
As
go
long
with
as
that?
she needed me to.
Well, I would try to clear
She's
everything
in a
up
long,
before I met
she's
her.
got
Yeah,
a
yeah,
uterus here. Is that where she is?
He got
Or
a
the inside of a
preemptive.
penis. I'm not
You gotta
exactly
warm
sure.
up.
This is urethra dance moves.
I'd have to pregame like
Yeah, you gotta
3
pregame.
rounds, and then that way I'd be ready. The
Yeah.
last maybe 2 or 3 minutes at least.
And a whole bunch of ejaculate's going to come out all of a sudden and blast them all out. Into the
Well,
fucking
yeah, make sure you drink a lot of water.
Yeah, you gotta drink a lot of water.
The,
Definitely gotta drink a lot of water. And if she's
give her that
thirsty,
liquid IV.
You gotta give her that
Boom.
liquid IV.
Now you get it.
All right, let's go on to the next
I knew
big
the
story.
joke was gonna land.
Sean Diddy Combs, P Diddy, Sean Combs.
This motherfucker.
He took home the Global Icon Award after he performed some of his iconic songs last night. I didn't see it. And he was introduced by his friend and fellow artist,
Jamie Foxx.
Mary J. Blige.
Oh,
Mary.
did he do "Missing You"?
I don't know. I didn't
I
watch
hope
that part.
not.
I did see Shakira, but I did
What
not
do you mean
see
you hope
Diddy.
not? That's
Good, man, it's
the
so-
only song he made that I really like.
Which
Are
one?
you kidding?
"Missing You."
I like
That's
Bad
the
Boys for
only
Life. I
song
like Bad
no,
Boys.
no,
that Diddy has made that you like.
Not that I really like that. Probably that really
Made you
hits
cry.
me. Yeah, kind of.
That's a good song.
Like that.
So
It's
when you hear
emotional.
the Benjamins, that don't
No,
make you
definitely it's
feel
cool.
anything.
That's
Doesn't make me
cool, but
cry.
like, yeah, no, it's not.
I don't want to cry. I want to
It
fucking
doesn't-
rage.
It doesn't evoke that many emotions.
What?
Not as many as that song.
If we
well,
were
I
not
mean,
on
it's something
YouTube
personal.
right
You know
now,
what
I
I'm
would
saying?
say
'Cause
put on the
obviously, you
Benjamins.
think of family
Listen,
and shit
ladies
like
and
that.
gentlemen at home, put on All About the Benjamins after the show. And if you know the song, when you hear it, that shit makes you want to run through a wall.
He's saying that like pulls on his emotions.
Well, we don't want them to be sad. We want to be happy.
Oh no, women, speak for yourself. What the fuck?
Because we don't want you
talk for
mopey
yourself.
and shit.
Shut your ass up.
We don't want you all mopey.
Hey,
and
I'm
shit.
not. I'm happy. I'm just saying that song right there. It gets me in my feels.
So what about P. Diddy?
He won the Global Icon Award. He won a big award last night. The other thing that took place on the VMAs last night, the other big story was Grandmaster Flash, Nicki Minaj, and who else? LL Cool J, Lil Wayne. They were the artists that closed the show, and it was a big celebration for the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
He plays new song.
Why was Nicki Minaj out there?
She hosted last year too. I think she did a good job last year, so they brought her back.
You got,
They gave her a 2-for-1 discount.
we got Grandmaster Flash and LL. Maybe Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj need to have a little ass on the sideline. What MC Light? What
Her
Queen
ass is not
Latifah?
little.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not little, but it ain't. But it also ain't real.
I met Nicki Minaj in person, and big letdown. Big letdown.
Oh
no,
totally. I
In
got
person,
a story.
agreed.
Same thing. I met her as a person too. She's
Agreed.
Just misproportioned. Like her ass is way too big for her legs and her body. It's like you can tell it's fake from across the room. You're like, look at that ass.
Yeah.
My God.
Weird.
Have you seen the video of Kim Kardashian running up the hill, and you can tell like her ass is like not even supposed to be on her little bitty ass body, and she trying to run up a damn hill with her kids. It would be funny if she would have fell backwards. That shit would have been hilarious.
And one of them popped.
Oh, sorry.
Man, I'm a cheerleader for foolishness now, so you know I'm gonna say yeah.
You're a cheerleader, huh? One of them male cheerleaders.
Yeah, half the cheek with all that extra skin sticking out of underwear.
But I like to have a good goddamn time, and I want everybody else to have a good goddamn time. You know, just don't touch on people you ain't supposed to.
Yeah, please, come on.
But have
Keep your hands
fun,
to yourself.
though.
Yeah.
Unless you're Ashton Kutcher, you're good.
Well, he's rich.
He got a twin brother.
Unless you're
too.
rich.
As long as
Grab
she's
him in the pussy.
as long as she's over 18.
Yeah,
Now you
It's
get
all
it.
good.
Make
There's
it
grass
legal.
on the field. Let's play ball.
Home run.
Catch you next week. The Outcast Podcast. We're out.
Peace out, y'all.
Holla, y'all.